Welcome to the Grand Rising Collective. I am one of your hosts, Kayode Bentley, and wanted to just say what's up. I don't want to be too formal. You know how I do in the podcast. I'm more of the relaxed, I guess, type. But I felt it necessary to give you this more personal introduction because we haven't posted in a while. And I'm going to give you some brief updates in regards to that. So first and foremost, I want to say this is the Grand Rising Collective, whose objective is to engage, inform, inspire, and empower the community towards excellence. As Kyle says, instead of good morning, you say Grand Rising as a sort of motivational mantra, as it were, to start your day off in excellence, to start your day off at the top of your game, to start your day off full of energy. We know that's a big challenge today in today's society, right? We got that. We understand that very clearly. So we hope to inspire, motivate, enlighten all of you, our subscribers and our viewers, with the content that we put out there, so that way, the mornings will be somewhat more positive or inspiring for you. So there you go with that. Work on my long-windedness, but hopefully you'll get that. So with that said, I want to give you, our subscribers and viewers, and those of you who are new to the channel, pretty much some updates. Right, so first I want to thank you, subscribers, for your patience. We haven't posted content, as I've said 3 times already, in a while, and just thank you for that. We're not going anywhere, we're right here, but we've had some, personal emergencies that developed. Kyle has some personal emergencies he has to deal with, that he's dealing with right now. Myself, I have business ventures that I'm constantly working on and new projects and things of that nature. So it's kind of difficult, right, to stay consistent when you have these developments that pop up. So rest assured, everything is good, everything is okay. Kyle will be back joining the Grand Rising Collective in a little while, probably a few more weeks, and he'll share with you and give you some insight on and be able to give some object lessons, as well as some of the things that he's been through to try and help any of you who have may have experienced similar situations. So he'll definitely let you know about that. As far as I'm concerned, which I'll get into in another bullet point, but that's the reason for that. So I prefer not to do Grand Rising Collective. I think we agreed, not to do Grand Rising Collective as far as content, as far as interviewing special guests individually. This is a collective, so we both are involved in that, and that's how we prefer it, and that's what we've agreed. So that's why you haven't seen any interviews with just me interviewing guests. As y'all know, I say this all the time, Kyle be knocking it out the box with the guests he coordinates. I give him all props. He puts the time in to coordinate and schedule with the special guests. Those, a lot, pretty much part of his network. For me, in contacting those, a part of my network, scheduling is crazy. It's very difficult to nail down specific time slots because of that, and I don't have the necessary time, and to a large extent neither does Kyle, but Kyle makes it happen. So hats off to Kyle. Proud of you, brother. Thank you so much. But this is our pretty much attempt to just keep you informed, to make sure that we don't go too long without providing you some type of information. So that's that. Another part of the updates is preparing for 2020, right? So we're about to embark on a new year. pretty much I want to wish all of you, the viewers, definitely the subscribers, happy holidays. Sorry we missed you on Thanksgiving. I hope your Thanksgiving went well. It was a different Thanksgiving, right? We had the quarantine, with the COVID coming in. So it wasn't the typical Thanksgiving that we're familiar with over the years, where you meet up with family and you gather and you sit around the table and you eat and you watch football. I think this Thanksgiving was different to a large extent because we had to interact with our family members and loved ones in a different way through technology, which in and of itself isn't bad. And I think that's a good use of technology, even though, some of the things are used dysfunctionally or what have you, but at least we could see our loved ones, we can engage with our loved ones, if not in person. Technology allowed us to do that at a distance. So I think that's a good thing, and that's something that we learned. So for Thanksgiving, we at the Grand Rising Collective want to wish you a belated happy Thanksgiving. Hope it was filled with joy. I know some family members, get on your nerves. We all have that. But nonetheless, family is family and loved ones are loved ones. And, it's always good to be able to see them. And you never know, just chop it up and people grow. All right. So with that said, I want to wish you all, again, the viewers and subscribers, happy holidays with regards to Christmas. Christmas is coming up in a few days, I believe, weeks. About actually a few days. So again, it's another opportunity for us to engage with our loved ones, our family, via technology. I've spoken with some people in my network who gave me a different insight on it. How, I mentioned, it's going to be different and probably more challenging for families over these holidays now that they can't see each other and travel to them. And, my contact, my network was like, nah, it's even better because, you don't have to deal with the mall, you don't have to deal with the shopping, you don't have to deal with the crowds, right? You could just go online, Amazon.com, and, all these online stores and order your gift and just ship it to the address that you want it shipped to. You don't have to worry about carrying it and things of that nature. All right, maybe it might not be gift wrap, but nonetheless, for some, it might be advantageous and better, less stress and all that other stuff. So that's Christmas and then the New Year's. All right, want to wish you a happy New Year's as well. That's going to be different too. Look forward to how they're going to deal with the New Year, bringing in the New Year. I don't think 42nd Street is going to be as crowded. We never thought about that. And what about the ball dropping for 2021? 2020 has been a very interesting year, to say the least. But these are things to look out for as we wish you happy holidays, especially the upcoming Christmas and New Year's, and see that. So, saying all that, Grand Rising Collective is preparing for 2021. We have some new things that we shared already in an update we gave you a few months ago. As you've seen, we had some guests come on that were, I would think, inspiring. I know they inspired me. So we came through with that. But we have a good lineup for 2021, and then it's going to be interesting again in 2021. So look out for that. So we're preparing for that. Part of the key things that we're looking at is for 2021 improving our GRC intro. Right, you've seen that intro for about a year and a half now, I think, or something like that. So we're going to switch that up a little. We're going to make it a little more crisp. If that, we're going to get it, it's going to be more versatile. It's going to be, a little different. Not too much different. But look out for that for the start of 2021. And then wrapping it up with the updates as I close this out, the updates part, close it out. Again, going back to the lack of content that we've provided y'all. And just to let y'all know, that's the nature of the business, right? It's work, it's the work, the work involved with doing these podcasts and filming is a lot. I don't know if you realize it, but it's a lot. While managing other business ventures and personal matters, it takes a lot to do this stuff, man. I could tell you firsthand, the film coordinating schedules is major with guests, coming up with the questions to ask our guests, being able to continue and bring about engaging conversation that's authentic, that's real, to an extent that's filled with passion and integrity and character. It takes a lot. It looks easy, but it takes a lot of work to do that. That's just the filming of it, right? So the coordinating and the schedule coordinating is one aspect. The actual filming of the discussions is another aspect. That includes technology, making sure everyone has the technology. I'm getting too long into this. Anyway, it takes a lot to do it. And then the final thing up there, the editing, right? Where you have to edit the stuff and then, put the editing stuff in there and then post it. A lot of work, right? So if you combine that with, the other business ventures that I'm involved in, as well as Kyle, he's involved in, and then the personal matters that we deal with regarding family, friends, associates, and things of that nature, work-life balance, all that, it's a lot. So, that's just to give you some kind of insight as to, kind of what we deal with, and apologizing for not putting up content over the past few weeks because of these things. And again, we'll update you more when that comes in. When Kyle joins back in, he'll give you an update on that, and y'all can ask him questions. One of the things I want to say before I close out this update is if there's anything in particular that you want us to discuss, you want us to share, you want us to talk about, put it in the comments. We haven't seen a lot of comments from you. I mean, hey, maybe we're on point. You don't have any complaints, great. But if you have some suggestions, put them in there. I'm not saying we'll probably be able to address all of the comments, but the way it is now, we don't have a lot coming in there. So the first one to put their comments in there in regard, and the question, well, what do you want me to comment about? Okay, what? I mean, you're having your discussions, you're talking, you're doing your thing. Comment about the topic at hand, whether you agree or disagree. I mean, I agree. You'd be surprised. You just put that agree in there and then something triggers, nah, not too much. That guest said something or y'all said something that I don't understand quite too much. Put that in the comments. You might be embarrassed. You got your image up there, your profile image. You don't want people to know that you had a question in regards to this area. I'd rather not say anything. All right, that's cool. You can email us as well, grandrisercollective@gmail.com. You can email us too, because our purpose is to engage you. Our purpose is to ensure that we are providing you with relevant, beneficial content, information that helps you. We have a wealth of experience, man. You kind of got an idea about Kyle's network already, right? I have a vast network as well that's constantly growing. You never know who we have in our network that may be able to answer any questions you may have. But if you don't put a comment in there and don't let us know, you have basically your own, so to speak, advisory board here, right? The Grand Riser Collective kind of serves as your advisory board of professionals, successful professionals at that, from the inner city, from various communities, whether here, locally or regionally or internationally. You have those who have come from the inner cities who have been successful. So it's to your benefit to ask us some questions that you may be struggling, whether it's career, business, personal matters, whatever the case may be. We give some insight on that. And having said that, Grand Riser Collective in 2021 is going to be incorporating a series, about a 4-week series on relationships specifically. I mentioned that in the last update we mentioned to you a few months back. That's still in the works. In fact, we decided that we want to make sure that we give enough time to its preparation as we bring new personalities in to really provide pertinent content in terms of relationships. So, you have people that's available that can help you with whatever challenges or questions you have in that from different perspectives. They may be able to give you some insight to that. So that's the benefits of comments, putting comments in there. And if that's, you could put a like. A like, you don't have to, the like doesn't show your profile, so nobody will know it's you liking us. But at least we'll have a good idea that the content that we're putting out there, you like, right? There's also a down thumb, right, that you don't like. So if you don't like the content, put that there too. Now, I'm not asking for it. I don't want no down thumb. But, that's something that we can explore and find out, why was it a down thumb? And, there's always room for improvement, so there's areas we can improve. So that's my whole thing on the updates for the Grand Rising Collective. I want to close it out by saying, again, we thank you, subscribers, for staying with us, being patient with us as we, go through these little hiccups and valleys or what have you. But we're still here. We got some stuff. We look out. I can't say anything yet, but we have some stuff down through the pipeline that's it's going to be pretty impactful. So look out for that. Be prepared for that. That's going to be, I think you're going to like that. But in the meantime, utilize the tools that you have, such as comments and the like button, so we'll know exactly. We have a better idea of what's going on in the content we're putting out there. We're not just throwing out stuff that we might feel is important, but you may not feel is important or beneficial to you. We want to put content out there that's going to be beneficial to you. All right, so that does that. Stay tuned for more in-depth conversation with more distinguished guests. And yeah, so you can reach me, my social media platforms with regards to Instagram and Twitter. My handles are Balogun Legit, that's BALOGUN, LEGIT, legit. I can be reached, or you can reach me on Facebook at Kayode Bentley as well. You can reach me on LinkedIn, Kayode Bentley. I have 3 other YouTube channels as well. One is Kayode Bentley. The other one is called Candid Advisor, where I provide advice on things such as careers, career transitions, career development, and relationships, and just life. My insight and perspective and advice on life, in hopes of not having to reinvent the wheel, or you're not making the same mistake, and can learn from my experience. I also have a channel, Perspective TV, where I do one-to-one interviews with guests, more personal, in various topics as well, current events and things of that nature. So those are the various platforms that you can reach me on. This is not to be remiss that Grand Rising Collective social media handles are Grand Rising Collective on YouTube as well as Facebook. So we're on Facebook, and then we'll eventually grow into the other social media platforms such as LinkedIn, such as Instagram, and Twitter as well. But before we do that, we want to at least make sure that we establish Grand Rising Collective on these 2 platforms first, to reach out as best we can and get the information out there. And if many of you find it valuable, then we'll extend and branch out to those other platforms that many others may be more comfortable. So we'll share the content on those platforms as well. So again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for spending your time and investing your time. Stay tuned for more. We have some more stuff coming. And utilize the comment field and utilize that share. And as we do with that sign off on all our channels, we do the peace, and it goes peace.
Yeah. Baby, yeah. You know, say ready on this. You know I have patience.